In professional wrestling, a heel is a wrestler who portrays a villain, bad guy, or rule breaker, brother, and often exhibits unlikable, appalling, and deliberately offensive behavior, brother. With recent developments involving abortion and reproductive rights, brother, you may be wondering, why do Republicans seem to be increasingly pushing policies that are unpopular with most Americans, like Hulk Hogan and the NWO defacing the big gold belt and basking in the chorus of boos hurled their way from the crowd? That's classic heel behavior, brother. As of 2024, only 39% of Americans identify as pro-life or anti-abortion, which represents the lowest percentage observed since 1996. That's the same year Goldberg debuted, the year the NWO was born, and the first time Stone Cold uttered the words, "'Cause that's the bottom line." That's a long time ago. You may think this question warrants a complex or conspiracy-filled answer, like the Montreal screw job.
Brett screwed Brett.
But actually, once you understand a few things, it's quite simple. Although Republicans often show a strong united front, they are very much divided on a number of issues, especially on ways to remedy or improve these issues. The same can also be said for the Democratic Party. One could even say the Republican Party is split into two separate factions at the moment: the GOP, old school Republicans, and MAGA GOP, the modern day Republicans led by former President Donald Trump. Think NWO Wolfpack versus NWO Hollywood. These two factions, if you will, seem to publicly disagree on a lot of issues and even cost each other victories from time to time. This ensures a lot of decisions made by the party will upset a lot of people, even some of its most loyal supporters. The Republicans currently are in a position where they have to compromise with Democrats on a number of issues in order to get anything passed or resolved, further upsetting many Republicans and compelling everyone to smash that like button and subscribe to Somewhere in the Middle. Look, Mom, I'm YouTubing. For the last 30 years or so, about 40% of Americans consider themselves independents or not affiliated with either party. 40% is a hell of a chunk. These voters will vote for either party depending on the situation and show no loyalty to either party. Team your party. 35% of Americans consider themselves to be Democrats. Team blue and white. Republicans would be hard-pressed to make these voters happy in most cases. 25% of Americans identify as Republicans. Team red and white represents only a quarter of the population. Keep this in mind. So let's say the American people have an issue to vote on. Let's make it something stupid like, should people be able to put pineapples on their pizza? Republicans, being the conservatives that they are, believe pizza should only be eaten with traditional toppings like pepperoni, sausage, and cheese. The more progressive and liberal Democrats believe you should be able to eat whatever toppings you want on your pizza. The more exotic, the better, and that includes pineapple. So let's just say half of independents agree with Republicans on this issue, and the other half agree with Democrats. Half of 40% is 20%. Look at me doing math. Everyone else votes along party lines. Even with all Republicans voting along party lines, which rarely happens, and a very generous 50% of all independents siding with the Republicans, less than half of the country would agree with the Republican stance on this issue. Can you say fighting an uphill battle? With only 25% of Americans identifying as Republican, and the Republican Party not even being able to reach common ground amongst themselves, it's no wonder many policies introduced and passed by the Republican Party tend to be very unpopular with many Americans and even some Republicans. Do you agree with the Republican Party on most issues? Do you really know what Republicans stand for and how they got started? This video right here will tell you all you need to know about the start and ideals of both parties. This is Jay, and what you gonna do, brother, when the MAGA maniacs run wild on you?